Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 391. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. Oh, my God, not 391. 691. What is wrong with me? Oh, my God. How are you, Adam, the Ultimate Whovian?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
All right, bro. All right, so I want your opinion. I want a variety of opinions on this subject. What did you think? First part question, what did you think of The Witch is Familiar?
I wasn't too sure if this was going to be the breakthrough for the season for me. I wasn't an idea of the sewer Daleks. I think that idea was kind of a bit gimmicky for me, for my taste at least. I wasn't a fan of Missy at all. I thought there was some parts that really grated on me, and I just don't think it was. There was a lot going on. They were visiting a load of planets, but that's the thing. I know that Moffat does like to sort of open with a lot of planets. You got Khan, you got Shadow Proclamation, and Unit were kind of wasted. And there was hashtag the planes have stopped, which got trending, I guess.
Too many different things going on.
Too many different things, and there wasn't a primary focus as a story, because I can tell that next time it's based on sort of a based on the siege story, and there are ghosts. I'm like, right, okay, that's fine, and that I know that's going to be focused in the next episode. And I feel like next time we're going to get more of a focused story, because I know that's, I guess, Moffat's style of storytelling now. It's sort of putting a lot of stuff in the broth, really.
Well, I'm not really a fan of that lately either, what he's doing with that. I mean, again, I don't like the fast-talking explanations where you got to pause it and rewatch it to understand what just happened. Like, he does it so fast that you have to, like, what did he just say he had a daughter, like the master? I'm like, and the doctor gave her, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, it's like your story is about Davros. Your story is about the Daleks. Now you're throwing in stuff about fighting invisible assassins, which look, again, this is not hating on Moffat. This is not hating on Doctor Who, okay? We have a story about Davros dying, the Daleks, right? Yeah. And I understand that he chose this moment, Moffat, to explain Death in Heaven, which he really didn't have to, okay? Like, yes, we wanted an explanation, but you're taking away time from Davros to explain it. And it was like, it just didn't fit. It could have been like a mini-sode, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, because we saw the trailer, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. Daleks are in it, but then he's fighting this other alien race. It's black and white. They're going for like the old horror look or something. I'm like, what's happening here? So now, I don't understand. I guess, Missy, this is the thing. It was just all over the place. 1 minute, Missy looks like she wants to kill Clara. The next minute, she's hugging her from an explosion.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, good. She's trying to protect her. But then she wants the doctor to kill her. So I'm like, is this supposed to signify that the master's crazy? We know the master's crazy, okay? But this is like way all over the place for me. Kate Stewart had an embarrassing dialogue. I mean, this is the Brigadier's daughter, and she had the dialogue of like some guest person, stranger that appears in an episode. Oh, what's happening? Can I call the doctor? Oh, don't shoot this person. Oh, don't shoot Missy. Like, where was the like intellectual dialogue for her that she's the leader of unit? She just was there. And Clara, who has no military experience or nothing, is telling her what to do. This was like, why? And that other lady that's replacing Osgood, I wasn't happy with that either. But why is it all women all of a sudden now? Like that, you have a woman leader now. You have a woman's first. I mean, like, what's happening with this? So I don't know. I don't understand. And then Missy explains it in 5 seconds. And then the whole thing with her face coming out of the screen was like,
oh God.
I was like, wait, what did she say? And I'm like, why did they even do that? So I don't know. I did love the episode. Don't get me wrong, but I think, like we said in the last podcast, it caused way too much confusion than it did because it was distracting away from Davros and the Daleks, because the thing you're thinking in the head is little comments that Missy's making. I had a daughter that the doctor bought her this jewelry. So now we're focused on, oh my God, Missy had a daughter. Maybe the doctor had a son. Maybe Susan's grandfather is the master and the doctor. Could that happen? Like we're all over the place because we're focused on what Moffat is putting in our plate. Like we can't focus on the meal. We're focused on the appetizers. So we're supposed to be focused on Davros dying, the Daleks, what's happening there. And it's going in, he's throwing stuff in. Vampire monkeys. Now we're worried about vampire monkeys. Like, what's that? So try to bring us back to the light, Adam. Like let me get your take on this.
As for positives, Capaldi and Bleach are very good together.
Yes.
They're very. I genuinely, I think Julia, for the lines that he was given by Moffat was great. That bit at the end of the Mission Prejudice where he's like killing sort of in their blood, is like kill, and that stuff was brilliant. And what was it? It is really Davros is saying compassion is wrong, and he sort of wants the Doctor to sort of admit that his final victory, which was sort of the thing that was toyed around in the series 4 finale as well. I thought that was brilliant. As for the stuff with his eyes, it's very mixed. Some people like it. Some people. I'd sort of like to ask you what you thought of Davros having the eyes.
I liked it. Surprisingly,
I kind of do, and I kind of don't.
For some part of me says I shouldn't like it because of our perception of how he was always. But then, like, it was sort of like Darth Vader-ish. Let me see with my own eyes, like type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I see what they did there. It's like, all right, I see where they're going there. He's dying like Darth Vader died once he had his own eyes. So I was like, all right, I like this. I take that. I like the joke about you're not really a good doctor. Because I that was funny. But then I was enjoying the dialogue. Listen, I also was craving for more dialogue with Davros with the doctor, right? But at some point in time, I was liking things, and then I'm like saying to myself, well, why am I liking it? Should I be liking it? Should I be liking that Davros, who killed billions of people, and the doctor who killed billions of Daleks, like the doctor's helping him, giving him regeneration energy? And I'm saying to myself, shouldn't I have a problem with that? Because now you just made it possible, regardless of what happens at the end of the episode, Davros will be alive for another 50 years. And we have more questions than we do answers. So yes. I want to stick with the positives, okay? I thought that, like, Davros' performance was over the top, was great. I liked the doctor. I loved the whole thing that it was in Davros' chair. I thought that was funny. I don't know where he got the tea from. Yeah, the first line, she's like, can I have the stick? She's like, get your own. I thought that was the funniest line. I loved that line in the beginning. I was like cracking up with Missy, and the thing back and forth with Missy and Clara was funny to me. But I was just confused with different things. I liked all the different Daleks, the weapons Dalek. I don't know what happened to the victory of the Dalek. Paradigm Daleks or whatever. I don't know where they went. They're gone all of a sudden.
I think maybe there would have been a Dalek civil war and they would have been wiped out. That's a theory.
I think that there's a civil war now because which is he created, because now the regeneration energy just healed those gooey Daleks back to regular Daleks, and now they're going to revolt against Davros and Supreme Dalek. That's what I believe. But now I'm thinking. Also, I like Colony Sarf. I do like him. And I know he's going to appear. And so, again, it's not all negative. There's a lot more positive than negative. But this is the type of episode we'll be talking about for weeks, I think. I mean, I don't know how much regeneration energy he used. I don't know if Clara got a regeneration energy that if she does die in the last episode, she's able to regenerate or heal. She wasn't a Dalek like all of them were. She was connected to the thing. So I mean, I don't know. Well, another thing is that he calls the master his friend, gives her a confession dial, and then like the moment he finds out she wanted him to kill Clara, he's like, "Go run, get out of my face," type of thing. So overall I gave it an 8. And I gave it an 8.5 for which is familiar, 9 for Magician's Apprentice. And you know what? I guess it served this purpose. It's making us talk about Doctor Who. It's going to be making us do multiple podcasts on it. I guess it got the desired effect that Moffat wanted.
What do you think Missy was it? Just had a good idea. Regenerate or teleport?
I thought you could go with the old argument. Okay, she copied the same thing to let them shoot at her, so she could zap out of there. That would be the obvious choice. That's how she gets out of it. But then I'm thinking, well, overall, season finale type big, huge thing. Maybe she teams up with Davros to get out of there if she can't use that way to show what Gallifrey is. So, and again, we don't know what her loyalty is because she was against Rassilon and the Time Lords when they turned. So, does she want them to just... See, I always would think she would be with the Time Lords regardless of them being nasty to her, and she would be against the Daleks. So I really don't know. I mean, she's so crazy in this incarnation that she can go in any direction. I really don't know. What do you think? I mean, would she team up with the Doctor again? Would she?
No, I think maybe she because she sort of had that maybe exchange between Davros. It's very nice to meet you, but then sort of you can sort of tell she say there's something in you that we could rule the universe, but I sort of want to have the upper hand. I think she wants to be that dominant villain, but teaming up with number one in her power, which I think is quite cool. That would be quite. I think the Missy Davros thing could be really cool.
And another thing too, though, I mean, should we want that? Because would that be going against the history of Doctor Who? I mean, they did create the mask. They gave a new cycle of regenerations to be the chosen one against the Daleks, to be the ultimate soldier, and he ran because he was scared. Now he's no longer scared. Well, he's kind of scared a little bit. She is Missy. I mean, when she found out she was in Scarl, she's like, "Oh my God, I'm on Scarl," So, like, what is her? I mean, don't she see the Daleks as like they killed her people or what? I mean, don't she? I want to know where she stands. Would she side with the Time Lords, who can't stand her, or would she side with the Daleks, who she can't stand? Like,
I must ask, and please forgive me if I go offhand or anything. What do you think of the first bit of swearing in Doctor Who?
Has to do with refresh my memory with the bitch is back.
Yes,
I like that line.
All right.
I liked it.
I have a funny feeling that it could be leading to controversial things all the time, like the Vastra Jenny thing in Deep Breath.
I'm worried. I don't think it's going to be a regular thing.
No.
I don't think it's going to be a trend like rated R type of Doctor Who. I think it was just there for a purpose. Like just tersh, I don't think we're going to get used to that. That's just like a one-time occurrence. I was shocked by the line, but I liked it. I'm like, okay. Makes you, and when she said about a regeneration that, well, she got the privilege of having an upgrade, it makes you believe that she had the choice to regenerate into a female rather than it being forced upon her. So she probably felt like after how many thousands of years she's alive too, she's like, well, he's alive. Oh yeah, you know what? I think I'll just try to become a woman this time. I mean, but again, we don't know anything either. I mean, but still, I think the one problem is that when you're doing an episode like this, you can't have too many distractions. And I think there was too many distractions, like you said too.
Yes.
Like we're focused on Karn now. Like they have powers. They stopped Colony Sar from using his powers. We have the Shadow Proclamation. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Moldovar's place is like he's
Ood,
yeah, the Oods are there, and like there's not. I guess they're not nice Ood. They're nasty Ood. So it's like that's another thing, and it's
I think what they were trying to do. It was the 10th anniversary in March, the 10th anniversary of Rose and Doctor Who coming back for the 21st century. And what I think maybe what Moffat was trying to do was sort of do something with that, maybe subtly. I don't think there will be anything like, oh, Christopher Eccleston's coming back in the finale or stuff or something like that.
I would thought. Yeah, they wouldn't. I thought that what they would do would be the finale would be the 10th anniversary because supposedly we have David Tennant and Paul McGann in there. So, like, I thought that's what they're doing for the anniversary. But you could be right, though. Throwing all these other different things in there, that could be a 10th anniversary type of thing. And then we saw Tom Baker, and then we saw William Hartnell type.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
I like that. Did you like that?
I liked seeing. I know that it was sort of them. All right, we get it. Moffat is influenced by Genesis of the Daleks. He'll put it in there. In The Witch is Familiar at the beginning, even that scene where the Doctor is telling Davros to get out, he still got Doctor Who episodes in the background, and because you sort of hear Dalek exterminator noise during that scene. I liked it for a moment, but Davros wasn't present when Tom Baker had the 2 wires in his hand, so I'm not sure where he would have got that from.
That's the cameras from wherever Scarl that they had on him. They try to make it like that. But the thing is, though, there was some part dialogue when Peter Capaldi was talking to Davros, right? That it sounded like Tom Baker coming from his mouth.
Yes,
like he channeled Tom Baker, and I'm like, I got a chill. When I saw it, I'm like, oh wow, that was good. Like he really did he meant to talk to him like that? Because if I closed my eyes, I probably would have thought that was Tom Baker talking.
Yeah,
it was really really eerie.
I kind of tell a bit of Pertwee in there as well.
Yeah, I was like, ooh wow, he's so good, Peter Capaldi. I don't know if I like the
It's sort of a similar thing with Matt Smith. It was sort of a Troughton thing.
I don't know if I like the shades, but I don't know if I like the Sonic shades.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if I'm a fan of that.
Especially when he put them on at the end of the Next Time trailer. It's obviously going to be very occurring. Although some people have been saying, and I hope that they lead to a new Sonic screwdriver.
I think so.
People have been saying that screwdriver doesn't fit Capaldi's Doctor because, of course, it was a Matt Smith thing and all that. And I'd say I think Capaldi wanted it as well. And he wanted the Randalls, which he eventually did sort of have in the end.
Well, we didn't see it yet. I saw pictures, though.
Yeah.
We will have it. So the
weird that we
TARDIS
didn't get to see the TARDIS. I know it's blown up. I know the whole purpose of the episode was to blow it up. But I thought maybe that was sort of what.
That's a way to change the design because, we changed it because the dark. Now, what was that thing that he said that the TARDIS has that ability to do that? That was the first time I've seen it do it.
Oh,
hostile
defense system, something.
It was like pixie dust, like something out of Peter Pan, like, and he's like, and it's like, oh, like I was like, okay, that was interesting.
What was that thing he did? I think it was in something like Blink that he did. That disc, I can't remember. Oh my!
He took the confession doll back, obviously, because he's like, all right,
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it, and we're talking about it, which means we loved it. I mean,
I actually like his electric guitar skills. I've got to be honest.
I like that. Yeah, I do. And he actually played Pretty Woman. He played those things. It's actually so that was pretty cool. So, and then, but see that the only thing that's a downer is like, all right, we get through these big episodes, right? And then it's like, oh yeah, the next episode. It's like you see like the ghost thing. It's like you go on this high with Davros and the Daleks.
You think because we spent too long with the story, we was kind of suited to it, and then
now you come down like, oh, yeah, it's a regular episode with Clara and Ghost. But it's a 2-parter.
Yes.
So it has to be huge. I would think.
It's said that Before the Flood is taking place before Under the Lake, so it's going to be sort of a bit where the Doctor has to go back in time in that story further to sort of help save the future. That's very good.
And we also have
how you do it.
they leaked that the Doctor Who calendar came out for 2016.
Yes.
And the Weeping Angels and the Cybermen are somehow, somewhere, in Series 9.
Yes. It's so weird because I think it was that villain, not the villain, it was an alien with sort of the multiple faces with the cards and the shots on the table. I think, yes, that was a Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar. I actually would have wanted like a scene with Capaldi and he encounters this alien, and it would have been sort of maybe more on par with Star Wars, sort of them going into this alien bar. But it's so weird now looking back, thinking, all right, so that was in that, and even the hand mimes I wouldn't have thought was in the opening episode.
Right. Now, couldn't they just get Dorian's head and put it in his own bar? Like, why would he have to be in a mourning thing if he's still alive technically? Like, why couldn't he use all his money to reconstitute his head to the body? You just have the more, it's like a, whatever, it's still going on, his bar with stuff, but he's just a head somewhere else. I mean, I think they're going to have to bring him back eventually.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But another thing I don't understand is, where are they getting all these vortex manipulators? Like,
yeah,
it's way too many. River has one. Missy has one. Clara has one. Captain Jack had one. And the one that Captain Jack had, supposedly Clara has. So we have 3 now. 3 out there. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why is it so easy to get now? I don't know. Again, I give it an 8.5, which is familiar, and a 9 for Magician's Apprentice. I thought it was great. What about you? What did you give
What about
it?
me? Oh, I'd say Magician's Apprentice a 6, and which is familiar. I'm tempted to go with a 6 as well. I watched it, I think, a couple of times. I think what happened, I think why Magician's Apprentice is more solid, it's been a week. So it should be the Friday before the next episode where I come on a proper rating for that.
We have in a few minutes, they're going to air Magician's Apprentice and Witch and Familiar as one whole movie.
Oh, I did. Yes, I watched that at 3:15.
You watched that?
Yeah, I was on the BBC One that's on here in the UK. Yeah,
3:15. It's going to start, I believe, here. So
you were very lucky. Do you know why you were very lucky, BBC America folks? You had Tom Baker stories playing this past week. That was great. There's only one that was on the schedule that I hadn't seen, and that's Hand of Fear, which is Sarah Jane's last story. I've not seen that yet.
Really?
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, Genesis, yeah. And I can sort of see why they did it, because that era does seem, they seem influenced by that particular era. So.
Yeah, Moffat definitely is influenced. If you look at all the stuff with the cracks, that's like City of Death, and of course between City of Death with the cracks and the Jaggeroth and Clara and the main Claras, it's like, you can tell where he got the episodes from,
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right, Adam, the Ultimate Whovian, thank you so much, sir.
No problem.
This has been Real Whovians Cast 691. See that? It's like when your numbers get so high like this. Yeah, almost 700, man.
9 more.
I know. Maybe we'll have a special surprise. That would be cool. And we also have an unboxing today, guys.
All right, let's do it.
A whole bag of figures. I bought every single Doctor Who Titan inside Barnes & Noble's in Staten Island. I cleaned up the whole stock here. Last weekend, I bought every single one they had in Tribeca, Barnes & Noble. And I said I wasn't going to buy any more. But we have some Regeneration set in here. We also have the Gallifreyan set. And I think some of the Geronimo set. 3 different sets of Doctor Who that hopefully we'll get River or the Master, or we'll get Rassilon, or we'll get like the first Doctor, second. I mean, oh my God, I already got the second Doctor, but maybe we'll get William Hart now. Oh my God. So This will be on a separate cast sometime today. Adam, I hope. Well, it's probably late for you now, right?
A little bit, but not too much.
All right.
I'm
Hopefully, within an hour, we could do this.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I got eight whole figures to do. So
I bought
yeah.
my first 2 Titans this month, and I got Pertwee and Smith from Series 7.
Nice. All right, bro. See you later. Take care.
See
Bye
ya.
for now.